Hi there, I'm Rob Crosnoe. I'm the Director of Graduate Studies here in the Department of Sociology at Texas. And I want to welcome you here today. In my capacity as the Graduate Studies Director, I should be presiding over this event, but unfortunately, I made plans to be away a long time ago before the date was actually set. So I can't be there in person, but I am there in spirit, and I wanted to take this time to introduce myself to you and to tell you a little bit about our department. If you're sitting in this room, it means that you really are the best of the best. We had a record number of applications this year, and at the same time, the university-wide decided to reduce the size of our incoming graduate cohort. So you put those two things together and it tells you that you are the cream of the crop. And that means we really want you to come here. And so my job is to tell you why you should like us as much as we already like you, and why you should want to come here as much as we want you to come here. So in that spirit, I'm going to say a few things about the department. First, we really are in every way a department at the top of its game. Last year, the National Research Council released its systematic 10 years in the making rankings of graduate programs, and we did very well. The rankings are a little hard to understand or even explain, surprisingly, but the long and short of it is that we're a top 10 program. And when you dig into the data, you see something really interesting and more informative. One of the barometers of overall quality is research productivity, and there we ranked #1. Now this isn't a surprise to anybody in our department or anybody who knows our department, because that is what we do so well here. It's the reason we have such a phenomenal population center. It's the reason why the faculty in our department publish in the top journals in our field, and it's the reason why 2 of those journals are actually housed here at the University of Texas. Research is what we do, and we do it very well. Second, and in the same spirit, we teach you how to be researchers, how to be sociologists by doing. You'll learn a lot in your classrooms, of course, but where you'll really learn is working side by side with faculty members on their research and on your research. This is how we teach you. And that is why so many of our graduates publish multiple articles, often in top journals, before they graduate. Why they're so competitive for national and international fellowships like the National Science Foundation Graduate Fellowship and Dissertation Fellowship is why they do so well in the job market. In the past few years alone, we've placed our graduates at Princeton and Duke and Penn State and Ohio State and many other places. We've put them in major federal agencies like the U.S. Census Bureau and the U.S. Department of Education. We've put them in major research institutes like the Urban Institute and Child Trends. Our graduates do very well because we take care of them and we teach them, and then they go on their way, and we don't even ask them to say thank you later. It's just what we expect of ourselves and what we expect of you. Third, we have the full backing of a university. This is a huge place with many programs, but we are in many ways a premier department within the university. That's why we have that fancy building going up next door. It's why the university has opened up so many graduate fellowships for us, and it's why we are still hiring despite the recession that has hurt so many universities. We're still doing really well, in part because the university believes in us, and we of course believe in you in turn. And lastly, I wanted to say that this place is situated in Austin, which is one of the greatest places that you will ever live or ever go in your life. The quality of life here is incredibly high, so high that nobody ever wants to leave. And that's good for our faculty because nobody ever leaves here, but it also means that some people dawdle on the way to their dissertation, which is not something we encourage, but we totally understand. You can't underestimate how important it is to go through graduate school while being happy, and our graduate students are really happy, and we think you'll be happy if you come here too. So that's all I'm going to say, and I just want you to enjoy yourself for the rest of the day and the rest of this event. Absorb everything that we have to offer, then go home, and then call us back and tell us you're coming here. Thanks a lot.